Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Scythia in the brutal deity mode. So, we just finished a trader here in Pazirk. Now, I kind of want to get a trade route over here to Galenus, because, first of all, I do want Galenus to grow, but I mean, it's kind of hard to choose though, because Pazirk could really use the growth, but I would really like a road up this way, because this terrain is quite tough, and this is where I'm most likely going to be attacked. But I think the greedier move is to trade from Pazirk to either Pokrovka and get the +2 food +1 production, which is like being able to work another flatland, grassland, forest tile, or a grassland hill basically, or pick up some science from something like Babylon. Now let's talk about what would +1 science do for me right now. Well, it would actually it would give me 10% more science, so it would actually speed up my science gain by quite a decent amount. The +3 gold wouldn't be amiss either, but how hungry am I for this food? I'm pretty hungry in this city. We don't have a huge amount of food. And the question is, if this city was able to grow faster, would I get more than the +1 science per turn in the long term? And I don't know what the answer to that is. So I think I'm just going to settle on doing an internal trade route because I feel like it's a little bit safer. I need to get encampments out. I also need to get settlers out. So I'm thinking I have room, almost certainly, for at least maybe 2 more settlers. Now the question is, do I want to build it over here in my capital, or do I want to build it here in Pazirk? I could get it in Pazirk, and that wouldn't be a problem. I also need to make sure that I have Magnus in position in Galenus for when we're doing the pyramids. I would like the pyramids. It would mean I develop my lands a little bit more efficiently, which is quite good. So Pazirk, I feel like I could go for the settler here, but I feel like it would be better if I would only get it 3 turns later than if I wait. So I might go for double settler here and see if I can maybe do like a settle here and then a 1, 2, 3 and then like a settle here and then try to like just capture just 2 more cities really quick. So I'm going to go for the settler. That's going to take 12 turns, and then I'm going to grab a settler in my capital as well. That'll probably boost how long this settler takes, but that's not a big deal. Let's have a look at what unit needs orders. All right, we're going to hold on here and fortify. We're not ready to attack. We want to do a bit of land development. The unfortunate thing is that both of these players that are near me have really, really strong early game unique units, so we're probably going to have to do like a mid-game timing push. Because we're just not going to be able to take the Greeks on with my horsemen, because they're going to have a lot of spearmen unique units running around with a lot of, really high combat power. So I just don't think pushing into Greece with horsemen early is going to work. Maybe slightly later in the game when we have access to stuff like knights. Could definitely do a knight push if I go like heavy chariot, pre-build a couple heavy chariots, purchase my way into knights and hit them then. I think that could work, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull a horseman rush unless I can get a horseman rush going really, really soon. And I think I have way too much infrastructure I want to build to support my push. So here's the pyramids. We need a builder over here. Oh, you know what I might do? I might chop out a builder for Galenus, and then I'll hit that sheep on the way back. Let's go ahead and grab the pottery. I do want to grow more. I'm a bit growth locked right now, so I think getting granaries would be good. I'm going to have you fortify here as well. Now, a golden age wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Oh, there's Muscat independent. Okay, great. So they're going to rebel in 12 turns, hopefully to me. That would be great. I can also pick up some experience here, so I will do that by fighting these guys. Even if it is only like a little bit here and there, I think it's absolutely worth my while to get those kills. Huh, that's weird. I've seen this happening more and more lately, and I don't know what's causing it. Sometimes when cities go independent, the AI will have a unit inside it. It's just weird. Okay, so now we can pick up the government plaza. We're going to head up to political philosophy because we need that. This era is ending in 9 turns, so that's good. Now, I do need to keep an eye on the religion tab here because I need to get this first. Okay, that's good. We should be able to grab that. Let's have you just hang out here. You're going to chop this forest. That's going to be 34 production. It's not going to quite finish the builder, although what I could do is very quickly swap in the plus 30% production towards builders and maybe get a little bit closer to that builder. Because that's going to multiply this by 30, and that'll make it take 1 turn rather than the 2 that we were looking at. And I think since this tile now no longer produces extra production, I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the food tile here, where we'll grow a little bit quicker. I feel like getting up to my growth limit right now is really important because it's going to net me extra science, extra production, extra culture. All these great things come from hitting your population cap as fast as you can in the early game. Okay, we now have pottery available, so we can build granaries. I would like to purchase a tile in here. I need a tiny bit more gold. Perhaps I could sell something to Jayavarman. Would you like some amber? You would give me 6 gold per turn. How much would Teddy give me for the amber? You would give me 7 gold. That's not bad. How much would you give me per turn? You already have amber. Okay. And you would give me 4 gold. So I think the best deal was Teddy Roosevelt. He'll give me 7 gold per turn, which translates into about 160 gold plus a couple of gold per turn, I think. Yeah, plus 1 gold per turn. So this is decent. It's going to pick us up the extra little bit of money that we need to settle down here in Gelinus, and we're going to stick the pyramid probably right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick my pyramid right here. It's going to take 42 turns, but it shouldn't take that long because I have a builder. And we're going to go chop. I also have Magnus now. I'm going to appoint Magnus over here in Gelinus. We're going to rush out those pyramids, and that'll help us develop quite a bit because we'll get a free builder and stuff. Now, I definitely want to get an encampment and a stable going somewhere. It's... Oh, wow. Your production fell a lot. It will go back up soon when you grow and you hit this tile. I mean... I could always work this, and you'll still grow in like a reasonable number of turns. 13 turns. That feels kind of slow compared to where it was. I thought it was at a thingy. Oh, I did lose 1 production from... I lost a production from doing the thing. So I have a spearman in here as well. That's going to be useful. In case any cavalry are set my way, I have a unit that can, you know, do reasonably well against cavalry on the defense. So I could probably get a friendship with Jayavarman. I don't know if I want to. It would maybe limit the chances of somebody declaring war on me. Let's see if he'll go for a friendship. Yes, okay. And I'll even send him a delegation to keep him happy. Now, we can also choose production over here. So there's the Holy Side Prayers. I can purchase my Great Prophet, or I could wait 5 turns and save 200 faith. I think I'm going to try to wait those 5 turns. So I want my government plaza and I want an encampment, but I also want a settler. I'm going to grab the settlers first, get my city settled, and then do infrastructure. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. We're going to heal up here. Oh, please don't crash. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so we reloaded the turn, and I think we made the decision that we were not going to faith purchase this great person. I think I want to try to hold on to that faith, so I think instead I might go ahead and build like a shrine or something. Or a settler. I think I'm going to get my cities out, like I said. If I could get my 2 cities out here... Yeah, if I could get these 2 cities settled, I'd be in a really good position. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to send units down there to protect those city locations. So I'm going to send you to here, and I'm going to send you to here. Well, do I want to settle on that pasture? I might settle on the pasture. Can we snipe this? Get a little bit of gold. Hey, 30 gold for free. Very good. I'm happy about that. Ancient era ends in 6 turns. Okay, we're probably not going to get a golden age without a religion. I don't want to get sniped on the religion. Oh, I got sniped hardcore. Warrior monks is an interesting one. We've never gone for it. I mean, we could go for it, but I don't think we will. We don't have shrines built, so we don't want to take anything that boosts our shrines. We kind of want to just take things that boost our combat prowess, if we can do that. So we're going to be boosting here. Once Magnus is established, we should be able to chop here and do this. Yeah, I'll do a delegation with Persia. Once I get into the next turn. It's pretty, like, delegations are expensive, man. You gotta, like, be careful. But I think Persia is dangerous enough to deserve a delegation to maybe try to keep them a little bit happier. Yeah, you're just gonna fortify here and keep an eye out for any potential danger. And you're gonna head up this way. Okay, looks like Gorgo is coming to kill Mohenjo-Daro. Mohenjo-Daro, another city-state that I might be able to liberate. Okay, there's early empire. I can now swap back in this +1 production in all cities. I could also put in the +15% production towards ancient and classical wonders. That would actually be pretty good considering I'm chopping with Magnus soon. So I think I'm going to do that. Since I'm going to chop this turn. That took 6 turns off of it. And I got some faith out of that. That was good. I'm not going to promote Magnus. I am going to pick up... oh, you know what I do? I want to promote Magnus so that I have Black Marketer in case I need to get certain units with without access to strategic resources. I'm going to shoot this slinger. Okay, these guys are in my way. It's a little bit annoying. There we go. I'll do an open borders deal with Teddy. That's reasonable. Just keep relations high. I want to minimize the amount of times people are going to declare war on me in the early game. You know what I might do? I might see if I can snipe Mohenjo-Daro. And I will go ahead and get this great profit. Now, a golden age here would be pretty good. But it would mean that my medieval era is less likely to be a golden age. So I'm half tempted to wait 2 turns before I go for this. Then I could build a sack of horse archer. I would get 4 points from that. I would get some points from settling a religion. Man, do I go for it now? But I guess the earlier I get it, I could develop more. If I get it early, I could develop more, which would snowball me. And even if I don't have a golden age in, say, the medieval era, I could probably still do a lot of work in that era. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves. We are Scythia, so we're going to be looking for the horse pantheon. And of course, you know, horses and, which one of these looks like horses? There we go. Horse god thing. Horse god. No. No. Horse-chianity. 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 There we go. Now, I don't have any shrines and temples, and I'm not really going to be building a whole lot of them. There's a few things here that I could make good work out of. Since I'm not really looking for theater squares, I could pick up choral music, and that would incentivize me to build shrines and temples to get culture, and then I could just have to build campuses to get my faith, or my science. And then I have those things, you know, covered. I could also go for work ethic. That would net me like a little bit of population, like a little bit of a boost to my productivity in my empire, but productivity isn't really going to be much of an issue. Zen meditation feels really good here too, giving myself access to a bunch of amenities. But I think in order to incentivize myself to build the shrines and temples, which will not only give me faith that I can use to purchase units in the mid game, it'll also give me a lot of culture. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up choral music to support my empire. I think I'm then going to pick up crusade, so that I can use this as a way to not only generate great, not only generate era points, but also get combat strength against enemy AIs, because you actually get I think it's +3 era points every time you convert a city that you're at war with. So my plan is to use my missionaries to keep generating golden age points so that I'm always golden aging and I never have to worry about loyalty. So that's kind of the idea here with going for crusade and choral music. And harvesting, this just allows me to chop indiscriminately and be able to convert that into other stuff like, again, more crusade benefits. But a big advantage of founding this religion pretty early is that it's going to start spreading pretty early. it's going to start hitting a lot of these nearby cities. And because we're pretty densely packed, I'm pretty sure I'm like the first meaningful religion in this area. So it might be worth my while to actually pick up Moksha here and stick him in my capital. Now, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's actually a really good idea. But I would need to get the government plaza, and I really need to get an encampment. So where am I going to put my government plaza? Well, where am I going to put some of my districts? Well, a lot of the districts I'm going to be building don't really use adjacency bonuses. But if I put my government plaza here, it would kill another mine, but it would give an extra adjacency to my holy site. And then I could put a campus here, and that would get some really good adjacency too. It would kill another mine, which kind of hurts, but I have like a surplus of mines around here. I can't believe I crushed that hill. Feels really dumb, man. Feels dumb, man. Yeah, I think I really want to build a shrine, but what I really want is another governor point. So I'm going to quickly build this. I kind of regret picking up this promotion now because I don't need these yet. So I kind of wish I had picked Moksha, so I kind of have to go for the government plaza right now. And this is the best city to build it just because it's going to take the least amount of time. I'm also going to chop over here in Gelinus. I'm going to also see if I can retool some of these things. No, I don't think working that makes sense. I think maybe if I were to grab a hill in here and that forest there. So I want you to work that hill. I think that's much more reasonable. A city definitely could use a farm for extra population, which I will build once I've got the pyramids. So I'm just going to shoot this city in the hopes that it'll get me a little bit of experience. And that'll be pretty nice. I do need to earn one more great era point. Oh no. How do I get this error point? I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't get a golden age, but I was kind of banking on it. Damn, I don't think I'm going to get it. Oh, crap. Could I get suzerainty with somebody? No, I don't think it's going to happen. That's really unfortunate. Oh, and they even wanted me to train a galley. I could have trained a galley in here. I could have researched galley. It would have taken 3 turns. I could have built it in 8 turns. Oh, I should really put in settler production if I'm going to be building settlers. But I'm basically done settlers, so once this is finished, we'll be all good. I don't know why I went backwards there. That was a total, just a complete mistake. I will get some culture out of this potentially, depending on how long it takes for them to kill it. I think I was going to try and snipe this, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, unfortunately, I just get a normal era, which is really disappointing. They are converting to me, so this Muscat could be really, really good. Free inquiry. I think we want to go for Exodus of the Evangelists here. Because that makes this Moksha play I'm going for much, much stronger. You can see here, a lot of these guys are converting in quite a few turns. But if I stuck Moksha in here, he'll basically double the rate. And then if I grab a shrine, I could also maybe use a missionary to kind of spread things around a little bit. And that'll net me a lot of era points in this era. I can also build the Scythian Horse Archer to get 4 points. So, you know, I'm already, you know, I'm potentially on a pretty good track here. That's so annoying. If I had discovered, you know what? If I had traded with Babylon, I would have actually discovered horseback riding in time to get this era point, and I would be in a golden age. So that just goes to show you how small of a little thing that I did cost me actually a pretty big timing here. I'm going to need at least a couple of campuses here to support my science production so that I can keep my army modern. And I'm going to chop here as well. I'm going to shoot that slinger. Because again, I just want to see if I can farm a little bit of experience on these guys. I'm tempted to settle over here, but I think I can secure this. Well, I think if I settled here... I don't know, it's hard to know. Anyway, we have the library available. We're also going to go ahead and... Do I need to build any plantations? Well, the bananas, I could build a plantation. This uses a camp. This is a quarry. This is a mine. This is... Yeah, I don't think I need the plantation resource, although it would be nice to be able to chop marsh and stuff. I think I would be much better off if I went for sailing. I could pick up galleys and get the era score from building galleys. So I think that has some potential there. Okay, we're going to chop this as well. This should finish the pyramids. And then once we have political philosophy, we have another builder. I think I'm going to stick a farm down in here just so the city can grow a little bit better. Because what it means is instead of taking 26 turns to grow, the city could take 7 turns to grow. Even here, 26. Because now it has that +1 pop and it's not suffering a population penalty. So we'll let it grow in 7 turns. So I need this thing to build me infrastructure. I need an encampment, but I also need this sack of horse archer for the era score so that I can hit a golden age in medieval era, and then I can use that to chain together golden ages forever. So I'm going to build just one sack of horse archer for the era score. 15 turns time. Shouldn't be too bad. Once we grow, we'll work 2 hills, and I might even improve those hills to give this city even more. Okay, there we go. We took Muscat. I'm going to keep... Well... Muscat is a commercial city-state, and if I let it go, they're likely just to conquer it again. So I think I'm going to keep this city for myself, and it does indeed have positive loyalty. And we got a free city there. That's actually really, really good. Now, their loyalty in here is positive by 24, so, you know, not much we can really do against those guys. But what we can do here in Muscat is we can maybe pick a better tile to work. For example, this stone, grassland stone, which will let the city grow a little bit. I think this city is going to struggle to grow. So I'm going to grab a granary in here, and that'll kind of pump it up a bit and get it going. I might even expend a builder charge over in this city. Maybe I could get that quarry online. It would let it build that granary quite a bit quicker. Would give it an extra production. So I might build that quarry, although usually I extract quarries. So what I might do is I might have this builder sit here, and then I might move Magnus over to Muscat and then chop that stone to get the quarry out, to get the granary out faster, and get some faith that I can use to buy more missionaries and stuff. I think I am going to settle on this tile here. I don't want to settle off fresh water because it's kind of crippling. And then I think I would like to work a 2-2 tile. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. I actually might even purchase the truffles here. Just A, to secure it, but B, it's also a pretty nice tile and will earn me quite a decent amount of gold throughout the game. Yeah, 3 gold per turn for the rest of the game isn't anything to turn your nose up at. Now, in terms of infrastructure, again, I need to start producing things. But again, I would also like to get a lot of builders out. Now that I have the pyramids, I could do a lot of land development. Getting a builder out would be amazing. Although I'm going to do a lot of my development in the medieval era. Maybe I could get this truffles online. I could chop a couple of these jungles, put some hills, maybe get some of those kurgans beside this cattle. There's some stuff I could do here. I could also just very quickly go for a campus in this city and see if I can boost my science gain a little bit so that I don't fall behind so much. I think I'm going to go for the campus. Need a little bit of infrastructure to support my push. I'm also going to actually really badly need at least 2 commercial hubs to generate the gold to support my empire. So that's really, really, really important. Okay, 6 turns until you grow. I have 3 builder charges here. I think I'm going to go improve that sheep. And you're keeping an eye on Mohenjo-Daro. We might try to snipe that. Apologies, I will look elsewhere in the future. Mohenjo-Daro seems to be actually holding their own, which is pretty good. Now, I finished the government plaza. Let's very quickly grab Moksha, and we're going to appoint him in my capital. And what that's going to do for us is give us a very good religion spread. It's going to double the speed that our religion spreads. And in fact, in order to help even more, what I might do is build a shrine and go for a go for a thing. So I think I would like my capital to grow a little bit because I'm working a lot of food and we can hit our pop cap a lot higher and then we can start turning all these into mines to churn out units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a builder and then a granary and then we'll kind of see what we're doing here. That'll let us develop all these hills into mines. Well, I'm probably going to need 2 builders actually to really develop my capital, and I want to move Magnus over here as well. Oh man, I might just actually redirect this builder down to somewhere else. Okay, this is worrying. I need to get to this tile, and I need to get a unit to this tile. I need to block Macedon from settling here, because I settler blocked him. Got a bit of a cock block going there. You know what I could do? I could chop out a builder, even if it's a raw chop. It could be efficient here. Even if it's a non-Magnus chop, and then I could move Magnus to my capital. Oh, but I'm putting Moksha there. This is really tough. I might have to just raw chop in my capital, and then just do Magnus chops over here. Okay, so we just got political philosophy. We're going to go ahead and pick up autocracy, because we are going to build that government building, but autocracy is just better than a lot of these other ones. So I'm going to put in autocracy. I'm going to put in... I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put in +1 production in all cities. I'm going to go ahead and put in +30 production towards builders. And I'm going to put in the +100% production towards classical and ancient era naval units. That's going to let me build a galley over here once I finish the settler a little bit quicker. But I do need to research that galley. So what I might do is I might redirect for sailing for 1 turn and then come back for currency. And that galley is going to let me generate a bunch of era points. So I need military tradition, but I don't need it right now because I could use it right now because I am producing cavalry. So I think I'm going to quickly pick it up. That'll boost this horse archer. Although, what kind of unit did the horse archers count as again? They're ranged, aren't they? Yeah, so they're actually benefiting from the production boost that I have slotted in right now. So that's totally fine. You're working... Well, actually, I feel like these would actually be better than these tiles. Although they do generate faith, so that's actually a harder equation to make, because the faith is going to be super useful once we have a shrine. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do raw chops in... I'm going to go here. I'm going to do raw chops in my capital. So this is 43 production. That should boost it to almost completion. 3 turns from completion, and then we can put a mine on that amber. And you're just going to go ahead and fortify here. I do need more units eventually. I need to keep an eye on this and what's going on up here in Mohenjo-Daro. Should be killing more units. Okay, so depending on the health of the city after this... No, I think it's getting healed too quickly. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a galley for the era points. Now, I have a builder coming out to really develop my capital into a superpower that's going to carry my empire. Now, the only valid places to settle are these 3 tiles, and I want to make sure I block those. So let's make sure I have my warriors in position so that they don't let the Macedonian settler take that spot. We're also going to slap down a pasture here that's going to give this city a little bit more production. The city mostly is struggling for food, so I might actually run into the water and improve this amber, because that'll give me +1 another +1 culture in this city, which will let the borders grow quite a bit, but it'll also boost my culture in general, which I think is going to be very strong for when we do our military timing push in, say, medieval. Okay, so I wasn't able to snipe Mohenjo-Daro, but I probably wouldn't have really been able to do much with Mohenjo-Daro anyway. I'm not ready to go to war. I'm still working on things. I'm going to choose my civic. Now that we have military tradition, we do get flanking and support bonuses. Now, the next sort of big tech that we need is feudalism into divine right. Although I might just go divine right straight up. If I went theology, I could get to Reformed Church pretty quick. But I think I'm going to sit on monarchy here because I want to be able to produce cavalry. So let's go ahead and head to theology. Man, skipping feudalism will hurt, but I do have the pyramid, so it doesn't hurt as much. And it means I'll be able to get really fast knights, actually. Speaking of really fast knights, I need commercial hubs. I'm going to need at least 2 to 3 commercial hubs. 2 being the minimum. Okay, so there's a lot of chopping that's going to be happening here, in particular on these sorts of tiles over here. Let's get that granary. I also want the warlord's throne before I start any wars. Alright, get the hell down. I think I might settle on the marble. It is a hill, but it's a quarry hill, so maybe settling on it would be better because it would give me the +1 culture straight away. And then I could just focus on working these 2 tiles. Whereas if I settle here, I have to work the marble. I'll still get the marble, but I think this is just slightly stronger down here. It's also a tile closer to this city, which is a tile closer of loyalty. It's the same distance from my capital, more or less. It's slightly further from this, but I think the loyalty from Issyk is going to be more important. Although the loyalty from Gelimus is quite useful as well. I don't know, it's hard to make the perfect decision, but I think I'm making at least a reasonable decision, which is more than you can really hope for most of the time. Okay, let's go ahead and chop that rainforest. That's going to finish that builder in 1 turn. I might go for triple builder here. I think triple builder here works in my favor pretty well. I'm generating a lot of faith. I do need to get that shrine out. That's going to be a big thing for me. We are losing a lot of food in this city from making these mines, but that's okay because we have Mount Kilimanjaro to make up for that. Speaking of which, I think I do want to purchase these tiles to make sure that I have these really strong mine tiles. So that's going to be something, although this one is a rainforest, so Kurgan it is. Okay. Okay, we're getting the galley for the era score. I'm going to build this fishing boat. That's going to make this into a workable, more of a workable tile. I think I'd rather get the culture than the gold. And I think I'd rather get the food than the... Although that won't actually speed up how long it takes for the city to grow. So I'm going to stay working on the production. Now I have 1 more build charge in here, so I may as well go chop this here. That's potential as a tile. Okay, I need an encampment. Like, that needs to happen. I can't really delay the encampment anymore. If I'm going to build knights, I only have 1 copy of iron, so it needs to happen. I'm going to come here and improve that. You're going to go there. You're going to harvest this stone. What that's going to do is finish that granary really fast, and that's going to help this city to grow. If I tap here. Yeah, we're going to work that. I'm going to put some kurgans around this thing. So we got that granary. You're growing pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and stick down a... I think I'm going to get another builder and chop him out off this hill. I just need a lot of builders to develop my land right now. Once my land is developed, I can get things like encampments and strong units. But I am going to pretty much like start researching knights like immediately so that I can spam them out. Although I might actually get the wheel here and maybe build a couple of chariots to purchase upgrades, save up some gold. I think that has some potential as an idea. How is the spread going? Okay, a couple of cities are already on the verge of conversion, it seems. That's great. We've got +1 in here. Let's choose our production here. So, again, I need a commercial hub. I don't think I want to kill that. I could also use an encampment. I might stick an encampment down here on this, although I did want to buy these tiles, so I'm kind of wary to spend my gold. This would give me the gold that I need to maybe purchase more tiles, so I think I will kill this hill, unfortunately, and I'll lose a forest shop, but I think it's worth it to get the gold that'll fuel my empire, in particular for stuff like knights and all that jazz, so I think that's okay. Also, this actually gives me an opportunity to explore the coastline a little bit, which isn't too bad. I'm going to come down this way, see if I can sneak through here and get a bit of scouting with my scout. The more information about, you know, knowing where people's capitals are and stuff like that, the less exploration work I have to do later in the game. That's why open borders and exploration is pretty useful in even a domination game. But yeah, I think we've developed pretty well here. We're on track to be able to sustain a really strong military push. It's just a matter of hitting the timings right and hitting this golden age. We're already halfway to the golden age. We're about to hit the normal age. We just need another certain amount of points and then we'll hit that. Now, with the religion spread thing that I have in this era, I think we're going to have no trouble at all hitting the golden age thing. Because we're getting a big boost from our religion. 2 following the Pantheon. 50, okay. So, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call that the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Please let me know any suggestions you have for the series. You know, if you have a comment on something you want me to do. I am recording these pretty much once a day, which is why there might be a gap here or there if I'm really busy. Normally I record series in bulk, but I thought in this particular series, because it's a little bit more hands-on and we're in a brutal deity situation where the entire world is packed full of enemies that we will have to potentially take on, and you know, I think we did agree in the comments there that we were going to go for a world domination, which means I have to kill every city excluding city-states. I think is a fair caveat because that's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I want to tell you that I love you all very much. Please remember to subscribe if you want to support the channel. Remember to sponsor the channel directly if you want to directly financially support what I do at the channel. And remember to leave a comment with your ideas and stuff like that. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much from the bottom of my heart. And I'll see you later, taters.